Reddit, in your years of playing Truth or Dare, what were your favorite truths and dares to give? There's a game we made up as teenagers. You just shuffle a deck of cards, and everybody takes turns picking the top card. Depending on the suit of the card you had either do truth, hearts, dead diamonds, drink a shot, spades, or remove an article of clothing, clubs. So it was basically truth or dare, strip poker, and every drinking game ever invented all combined. Then there was the other game we played where each suit represent mouth, hearts, hands, diamonds, eyes, spades, and genitals, clubs, and the rank of the card represented a list of the 13 body parts: ace, genitals, 2, feet, 3, legs, 4, butt, 5, stomach, 6, lower back, 7, chest, 8, upper back, 9, arms, 10, hands, jack, neck, queen, ears, and king, mouth. Then basically, you would spin the bottle to pick a victim, and they would have to pick a card. Depending on the suit rank, they would have to perform the random combination of acts. It was weird when you got the 6 of hearts and had to kiss someone's butt, but every guy wanted the ace of clubs. And of course, if you refused, you had to drink a shot of whatever people were pouring. The biggest problem we had was finding people wild enough to play this thing. Most times, people would just quit. But then we changed the rules so that everybody was dealt 3 cards at the beginning of the round, and they could choose which card they wanted to play depending who the bottle landed on. It was a lot easier to play a look at my naked feet card with someone you weren't really into. But every guy wanted the ace of clubs. Quickly looks for ace, then looks for clubs. Put 2 and 2 together. Sneaky. 10-year-old me decided to walk around the whole night without pants rather than giving a girl a hug. 10-year-old me was not very bright. Girls are dirty, good job not hugging her. Minus 10-year-old me. My friend was once dared to imagine a certain girl's breasts as flight controls, and then to attempt a moon landing. I think they both had a good time. When I was 10 or so, I dared a friend to run his fingers through my dad's hair while he slept. He had to continue until my dad woke up and said something. Then he was only allowed to respond, "My, you have a luxurious head of hair." God, I was a strange child. This the first one that made me laugh out loud. It's terrible, kinda scary, hilarious, but ultimately harmless. I can't imagine what your dad thought. I was once playing at a friend's house. Someone dared him to lick his sister's boob, but no one thought he would actually do it. Anyway, he just silently gets up and walks into the other room. About 15 seconds later we just hear, "Oh Mark, what the frick." I was dared to touch a girl's boobs. Awesome year to be 14. Friend made me do it again cause he said he couldn't see it. He was an awesome friend. A true bro. I was always horrible at coming up with great ones to use, but for some reason was always stuck with the worst ones to carry out. At a youth group lock-in, I had to do a wall humping circuit around the entire inside of the building, making sure to look my youth minister in the eye and smile as I humped past. Imagine someone managing to do the worm while gliding sideways along the wall, head turned and smiling. In high school I was dared to stick my dong through a chain-linked fence on school property in broad daylight as a car passed by on the nearby street while thrusting. Nobody could call me a P after that one, but it was freaking stupid to go along with it. You weren't freaking stupid, you were freaking fences. The most important thing is not the truths or dares necessarily, but how you administer them. I'm a fan of playing cards. An ace and cards 2n, where n is the number of players. Shuffle, hand out. Whoever gets the ace issues the truth dare, but they do it to numbers. Number 5, when's the last time you peed your pants? Or number 4, give number 2 a lap dance. That kind of thing. Way more fun. Best idea in this whole thread. My favorite dare to give, when it's a girl, is, I dare you to wear a bikini for the rest of the game. Be careful, though, I've learned the hard way that you may be given this dare back as retribution. So it's win-win. Sweet. Row. Lots of great answers. I think combining 2 of my favorites would work really well for me. You just had a party and all your friends are comatose lying around your house. The house catches fire. You're the only one who wakes up. You have enough time to save one person. So the question is, which of your friends haven't you masturbated over, and why? And why is 2 questions, you a cheating bastard. Favorite dare from when we were young teens. My road gets particularly heavily infested with slugs when it rains for some reason and has no street lighting. The dare is to sprint barefooted down the road for 100 meters without stopping. An unlucky person may squish up to 15 slugs with their bare feet. The screams don't even get quieter the further away they get. The screams don't even get quieter the further away they get. Those are some loud slugs. Send the Marie to a store to buy wire coat hangers, beer, alcohol and a pregnancy test. When they get to the checkout cashier they check their wallet, then after short contemplation put the pregnancy test back on the shelf. Better one is buy infant formula, diapers, and beer, then put the diapers and formula back. Favorite dare, making some guy who made 2 girls makiat with another guy. Favorite truth, if you had to kill one person playing the game, who would it be? Easy truth, the butthole that dared me to make out with a dude. Dare, awkwardly grind on person chosen by the group while calling out your father/mother's name. Truth, what was the weirdest pee you masturbated to? Side note, we picked the wrong guy for this. It was Japanese and involved a wetsuit filled with crushed goldfish and a man in a slide-out drawer. I still have nightmares of his description. Truth, have you made out with someone in this room who is not your girl boyfriend, previous or otherwise? Dare, make out with them again. Classy stuff right here. Truth, we are in a burning building and you can only save one of us. Who would you save and why? No thinking outside the box. Dare, eat a spoonful of wasabi. My history teacher dared me and everyone in my table group to eat wasabi covered peanuts and said that if we did we would get extra credit. We ate them and didn't get the extra credit. Dare, take an ice cube in your mouth and transfer it into the person next to you's mouth. Truth, what are your secret fetishes? Fairly tame, funny and physical contact. A+. Dare, drunk dial your ex and if they don't pick up, freestyle on their voicemail about Justin Bieber until it cuts off. And if they do pick up, slur hate speech about how she's a filthy W. The dare is always hilarious. In middle school, it was the ever popular go hug so and so or go sit on so and so's lap. There was this boy I really liked, and everyone knew I liked him but he didn't like me, so they were constantly daring us to hug each other. Loved that crap. DR. My favorite truth. Have you ever masturbated in a public place and if so where? My favorite dare. Trying to get people to take disgusting shots. I've gotten people to take a shot stuff like of melted butter and tequila, vinegar and rum, and hand soap and whiskey. It's great. Paid a guy $10 to drink his own pee. He did. Then $8 to drink 6 ounces of hot sauce. Moments later he was $18 richer, but also puking up hot sauce and pee. We dared my buddy to crawl down a hotel hallway roaring like a lion, in only his boxer shorts. The regrets in his eyes. I'm always a fan of getting dared to kiss someone of the opposite sex. That's usually the most used one, but kisses are always nice. Dare. Feel so and so up for as long as you can hold your breath. Hilarious because you start laughing mid-fondle or end up gasping. Dare. I had a homophobic friend. I'm a straight male but his homophobia was incredibly abrasive. Ask for a dare. I dared him to take a body shot from my belly button and moaned with fake pleasure while he did it. You're the best type of friend. Here's a nice truth question. If you were to have a kid, and when they reached 18, who would you be okay with them dating or those participating in the game? The answer is a flattering one, and can generate goodwill. But then you have however many others that you imply you wouldn't be okay with the kid dating. Dare. Spend the rest of the game blindfolded and wear earplugs under headphones turn full blast. This person usually becomes the target of the rest of the dares and has no clue who is doing what to him and it's always by surprise. My favorite one is not my own. I was the only sober person in a room full of drunk truth or dare. We were in a group of about 8 people. 3 guys and 5 girls. The other 2 guys, not including myself, were brothers. The older brother, a pretty creepy guy, kept daring the girls to do things that led to him coping a peak. Well, upon his first dare the girls tell him he has to strip naked and run around his brother. His brother, who is outside on a smoke break or something, sees him running after him naked and takes off running. After a few minutes of a naked chase, the fully clothed brother crawls under a Ford Bronco and starts screaming, "This is not okay, this is not okay," while the naked brother casually jogs around the Bronco 3 times. It was hilarious. TLDR. Older brother got dared to chase younger brother naked. Funniest dare I've conceived was telling my friend to squeeze a slice of tomato down our mutual, passed out friend's butt crack. The look on his face when he woke up the next day and thought he had shat himself. Priceless. Whoa, we were so naive in the 80s. We usually played outside very late at night when things were creepy, so there was usually something scary, like walking into the dark part of the yard where all the trees were. I am involved in a lot of theater, and during the cast parties we would always play truth or dare. There was one girl a year older than me that was a truth or dare genius. One of the favorites was when she would have people act out sex scenes between teachers. She also dared a guy once to take off his pants, and in only his boxers pick up a cookie with his butt cheeks and drop it in a cup across the room. Please get her in here. I've seen someone use this as a dare. Here's $5. Now go and get me the most interesting thing you can find at Cyrilla's. The guy came back with a coupon book of sex positions for the elderly. Truth. Which girl guy in the room do you find the least attractive? Ooh, this is just pure evil. I had my first kiss playing truth or dare. We dated for 8 years and then she cheated on me with some Cuban guy, lol. LOL. I had a friend back in high school who was dared to shine a flashlight around in an Abercrombie & Fitch. They kicked her out. Back in high school I was playing truth or dare with around 8 friends, 2 of which were siblings. Older brother, we'll call him Ralph, was my age. Younger sister was 2 years behind us, and extremely attractive. It was my turn to ask Ralph truth or dare, and he said, quote, "I don't trust anything you dare me to do." So I picked truth. Without missing a beat I asked, "Have you ever fantasized about your sister?" Everyone stares, gasps, and busts out laughing as he just sits there stunned. That night I made out with his sister, and 3 years later we were dating and living together. I didn't like Ralph. What? Dare. Go rub your balls around every handrail and doorknob within the area. I hated where we were at. I'd probably do it again. Admittedly it was a dong move. Dare. Go motorboat. Anonymous girl. For 30 seconds. As a gay guy, this was more challenging than I'd hoped. Truth. Who would you imprison as a sex slave and why? Dare. Do a striptease. The second one wouldn't be so bad if one girl didn't film it, leave it on her phone, give her phone to her little sister, have the little sister watch it, and exclaim in front of her parents, "I've seen you naked," when I come to her house to study for an AP test. Frick me, right? Oh man, I've got them. Dares. Have your eyeball licked. Super glue your hand to your own butt. Put someone else's hairbrush into your mouth. Rodeo a body pillow down a staircase. Pick up a set mousetrap using only your pinkies. Even better, super glue your hand to someone else's butt. My friends and I like to play a game called Truth or Matt. It's simple with like 3 rules. First, you must always choose Matt. Second, Matt is simply a debit. Third, that dare must be done to Matt, i.e. Truth or Matt. You'll go with Matt. I dare you to lick Matt's face. Oh, side note, Matt hates this game. I was once dared to let my friend ride butt naked on my back. He did and started laughing and calling himself the Grand Poober. I dared a friend of mine to lick a jellyfish. It was during a midnight game of Dare or Dare at some sailing nationals based on a lake during jellyfish season. During the same game I dared another friend to eat a moth, and I dared my sister to sit with her feet in an esky full of iced water for 10 minutes. I was dared to kiss my boyfriend for the first time when I was 14. Turned out to be my first kiss with my husband. We've been together for 16 years. He was 56. You know what? A huge Reddit truth or dare thread would be awesome. Someone posts a truth question, and Redditors have to answer. Someone posts a dare question, and picture or video proof must be provided. Good kids high school party. the kind that always turn into harmless sleepovers. Between Scream 3 and bedtime, these things always turn to truth or dare, somehow. Once, not wanting to cause a fuss, I dared two friends to kiss for 10 seconds. They'd been dating for ages, and I thought it was a pretty tame dare. The whole room goes cold though. Nervous laughter turns to awkward silence. Everyone eyeing their shoes. Ice crystals appear on windows. Dementors breathe down my neck. I don't get it. The two performers requested kissing, apparently painfully, for the duration required. 10 seriously long seconds. Ends up, they'd broken up earlier that afternoon, and everybody knew but me. My girlfriend at the time mentioned it after the fact, that it was kinda messed up, making our two friends kiss after they'd just hashed out a pretty painful breakup. I played it off like it was all part of the game. That was the night that I got a reputation for being a no-holds-barred truth or dare player. When we were in middle school, one of our buddies would do almost any dare, which usually involved nudity, because that's how middle school boys think. When we had a hotel room for a day party slumber party, we got him to moon the window, out into the parking lot. I know you're thinking, big deal, but to a 13, that's hilarious. Other things involved making him go bare butt into the snow, usually to sit in it. It more so turned into, what won't he do? We're almost 30 now and he still does the same stupid crap we tell him to, though booze just adds to the fun. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video. Bye for now.